today we're diving into a topic that's not only complex but incredibly important: the current situation in the Middle East, specifically regarding the ongoing conflict between Hamas and Israel. You know, the notion of ceasefires and negotiations is like walking a tightrope. If one side steps off, the entire thing can come crashing down. We're seeing that as Hamas has rejected the proposal to extend the ceasefire, and this is huge because it could lead to escalations of violence.
Absolutely. But wait, why would Israel want to extend the first phase instead of moving on to the second phase? That's wild to think about.
Great question. So the first phase essentially allows for negotiation space between both sides. Israel wants to secure more hostages. Around 60 are still held captive by Hamas, before proceeding to the second phase, which is intended to culminate in their complete military withdrawal from Gaza. Imagine it like you're playing a game of poker. If you put all your chips in before fully understanding the opponent's strategy, you risk losing everything, as Israel is essentially trying to avoid playing a hand where they might have an unstable position.
I see. So they want to ensure they have the maximum leverage before making any big moves. But what happens if they don't secure those hostages?
Well, if Israel moves into the second phase without securing those hostages, they risk giving Hamas a significant tactical advantage. They could rearm and prepare for future attacks. And, that's a terrifying prospect given the history of what has transpired before. It's like being in a sports match where you decide to skip practicing your defense. The other team, in this case Hamas, could easily capitalize on that gap and come back stronger, potentially leading to more violence.
Oh wow. So it's basically a countdown, not just for the hostages, but for the potential to end the ceasefire altogether, right?
Exactly. It's a delicate balance. If an attack were to occur during this phasing where they're trying to negotiate, it would basically annihilate any hope of a truce. It's a chilling reality, especially since Hamas has shown resilience in regrouping after their losses.
Ugh, that's nerve-wracking. And what about the hostages themselves? I can't even imagine the anxiety of those families waiting for news.
It's a staggering human cost. With nearly 60 hostages still in captivity, there's a lot of uncertainty and fear surrounding their fates. The complexity increases even more, since some of the hostages are American citizens, which could pressure the U.S. to engage more actively in negotiations. Picture this like solving a Rubik's Cube. You have to twist and turn different sides without knowing how many twists are yet to come, and each decision could have unforeseen consequences.
Wow, that's like playing a game where the stakes are lives instead of points. And this whole situation seems like it could have a domino effect too, right? Like what's going on with Hezbollah over in Lebanon?
You're exactly right. Lebanon is trying to manage Hezbollah's influence while, at the same time, maintaining a dialogue with Israel. Recent efforts show the Lebanese government attempting to rein in Hezbollah, but it's like trying to keep a wild horse from galloping away. You can't fully control it once it has that much power. The regional dynamics are incredibly complicated, and each move can have ripple effects beyond what anyone expects.
Wow, I'm like equally fascinated and horrified. So a lot is hanging in the balance here, and we haven't even touched on how the broader international community reacts to all of this.
And that's a crucial element. The interplay of international interests in the region adds another layer of complexities. As the U.S. plans to sell billions in military aid to Israel, we closely watch how those dynamics unfold, as they could directly influence talks or even escalate tensions.
It really does feel like the whole situation is a high-stakes chess game. I'm definitely intrigued to see how this all unfolds in the coming days. Thanks for breaking it down like this.
Absolutely. We'll keep revisiting this topic as new developments arise, and trust me, there's a lot to keep an eye on. It's all about understanding the twists and turns to better grasp the reality on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, with everything at stake, it's going to be a roller coaster ride just watching this unfold.